interesting because when I was a smaller child, when we moved here in 1969, we moved here, he didn't have any calves. He didn't have any hubcaps. And it wasn't until 1970 that he actually got his very first calf. And then by 1977, he had about 100 of them, and he put them on the building because he didn't know what else to do with them. And then it wasn't until 1980 that he actually became a serious collector. And I think in 1980 he had something like 5,000, 6,000 calves. It's one of those years to 1968. It was the first general store here in Greenmont, and the first post office was in this building. I can show you when we go inside where that is. And it was owned by J. Monk and Sons. And so my papa, my dad, bought it in 1969. Came from Saskatchewan to BC, and then in 69 he bought the store and also bought this house back here. And we actually had 6 lots all the way there to there. And then over the years, in the late 70s, he sold the other 4 lots and just kept this piece here. And then in 1970 he opened the Greenrod secondhand store in 1970, and it was just in the little post office area in the store. It was very small. And then I remember, because I was 9 at the time, I remember him opening it. And then it moved into the next space, and then it moved and moved and moved. And my dad found that when he got his first hubcap, and then in 1977, he had 100 caps on the building, and then somebody asked to buy one. And so then that changed it for him. So trying to organize them, you know, all the Pontiac, all the Ford, all the Chev in some kind of order, so we don't run all over the store trying to look. But it's an ongoing process. Dad had them into sections, so a lot of the other dog dishes in here, but newer ones. Ford, Chev. This goes all the way around. And then more specialized ones, especially the Chevy and the Pontiac ones in here, and the Buick. 12-inch ones, a lot of 12-inch ones in here, and of course we don't have a lot of vehicles anymore that fit 12-inch. I think mostly 16 and 17-inch. Yeah, and we're trying to mark them, right? 57 Dodge there. And lots from the 60s and 70s in this area. They have a different shape to them. Dodge in this corner, the Chev back there. There's a lot of Ford stuff in there. So they are kind of organized in some semblance. A lot of plastic ones in here, sort of along these sections and hanging up, so we know where they are when people ask for them. And, this is an area that we've got an overflow of caps. This used to be filled with used goods, and I guess it was last summer we cleared it out so that we could have more opportunity to put the hubcaps. And you'll see that these hubcaps here are, and some of these ones are actually quite beautiful. This is off 1960 Plymouth, and these are spinners, right? 3 spinners, 2 spinners, 4 spinners. And so we tried to put them sort of all in one space so that when someone comes in and wants a spinner, they're actually in one area, so we don't have to run all over the store looking for them. This is an interesting tool. My dad really liked that tool. That was one of his favorite tools that he does not want to sell. Didn't want to sell.
It's designed so that you slide it along the rail for a train against the wheel, and then you push down on the handle. This part actually pushes against the wheel, and you can roll a boxcar. So they built them pretty tough back then. That one. We found one like that for a fellow and his wife. They're retired, and they had the vehicle in their family for 70 years. It was his grandfather's, and they went out for a drive and they lost one of the hubcaps. So we were able to supply one, and they're very pleased with that because it's original, right? Some people are very interested in that because some of the old ones have excellent steel. The quality is exceptional. We had people drooling over those, and they're part of the collection. They're not for sale.
And so years ago, my dad had some health issues, and so I came out 2 summers ago and spent the summer with him out here, just part-time when he was able to be here, and because of his health, and we didn't have really hours on the door. We just came when he was able to, and we stayed, and then we went. And so he was a bit of a mentor, I guess, in the sense that I was the runner to do things and whatever, because, you know, he sat there and did the pricing and did all that kind of stuff. So I learned a little bit from there. So coming back last summer with my friend Jim here, it was interesting, right? Because my dad was a character, and I've heard wonderful stories about him. And so it's been a huge learning curve.